Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the week of January 16th. We're going to jump right in here, as always, Virgo, and we're going to see what is going on in your current general energies. You have this nourishment transformation and then this hidden gem card as well. So I do feel like you're going through a healing. You've had like some sort of breakup situation going on in your readings for, I would say, like a couple of weeks now. I thought that was upside down, Virgo. This deck is upside down. Everything's upside down for you, which is, I'm doing this on like the second to last day of the retrograde. So, what else is new, right? But, I'm wondering if things kind of have felt upside down for you just in general. And I kind of feel like this is a positive transformation that you are going to be undergoing here. It's not like happening right now. I think it's something it's more. Well, I think it is happening now. I shouldn't say that, because what I should say is what this reading looks like to me is like the process, but it's not like instant is like what I'm trying to get at here. But you have the Scarab card that says Nourishment Transformation, this Pearl card that says Hidden Gem. So I feel like you're discovering some like hidden gems, but these hidden gems I feel are inside of you. They're, it's kind of like you're, it's not even like you're learning to be more independent. I feel like some of you could be like learning to fall in love with yourself, as cliche as that sounds, right? You're learning to see what makes you special. You're learning to see, the things that make you important, what you bring to the table, so to speak, and like all that other stuff. And I'm not even just talking about love here. I'm talking about like what you bring to a business, what you bring to a new boss or a career or your leadership or, whatever it is that you do. I feel like you're kind of like understanding like your value. And you have the Three of Swords, the Four of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. So I feel for some of you have gone through a heartbreak clearly, or it could just be a separation here that you've been going through. So I feel for some of you, just like, what we've been talking about for weeks. You probably didn't get what you wanted from a situation. And again, it doesn't have to be love. This could be not getting what you wanted from business, from work, or something else. It's like almost as if it's almost as if you just didn't get what you wanted. I don't even know how else to say it. It's pretty straightforward. But the good news is it looks like there is an improvement or a turnaround coming in for you clearly with this energy. You also have the Page of Pentacles. There's something new coming in for you, but I feel like you have to see it. When we go this way, Page of Pentacles, King of Wands to the Nine of Swords, and you have the Wheel of Fortune in this same row right here, Virgo. This can represent round and round energy. Nine of Swords to me is a card of kind of having a nightmare, waking up and being stuck in a nightmare. It's that round and round type of thing. And I feel like that's what you're trying to end in your life. Maybe you've had a similar story in love or business or whatever the case may be. And I feel like you're trying to change your story, which I'm pretty sure we said in your January reading, or I don't know, it might have been one of the last ones. I can't remember. So it looks like you're just trying to change your story here. And I feel like you are, which is good. With the Three of Swords, you literally have like every single transformation card in this reading. Judgment card. You have the Spat Spirit, which says a rebirth is assured. You have Temperance, which is a big transformation. Of course, Temperance says you have to put in a little bit of elbow grease, right? You have to put in the work. The other thing that I find very interesting is this, like, I keep getting comments from people who are very worried about, just like everything that's going on in the world. And I'm like, they keep asking, are things going to get better? And it's like such a hard question for me to answer, because intuitively I feel like no to answer the question. But can things get better for you? Yes. So I think that's what we need to focus on. Is number one, we have to heal our heart, because we have to be able to follow our heart into the next 20 years, right? And I think that there could be just like, it's just going to be weird. You know what I mean? I think the best way to describe the next 20 years is seeing things that you've never seen happen before, ever in history. And, there's probably like a lot of weirdness. There probably will be problems with money and like all that other stuff going on, weirdness with the government and things like that as well. Both sides. Again, I don't even pick a side here, right? I think they're all trash, basically. I'm not saying that we shouldn't have government, but in its current form, no, is what I would say. But what I would say here is that I think people who follow their heart, who inspire other people, as I've been saying for years, like literally the best thing you could do, I've been saying this for 2 years with Pluto entering into Aquarius, is be an inspiration to other people. People need that, right? It's like everything's going the other direction. So go the other way, right? Inspire people. With the Four Cups, you have the Eight of Pentacles, putting the work in. I like this because I feel this Four Cups is saying, that you haven't been getting results on the things that you've been working on. And Eight of Pentacles is material success on the horizon. So to me, it's just saying like you're finally getting the results that you've been hoping for. With the Page of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords twice here. If a new person catches your interest here, Virgo, then I feel like this new person is very different if you want love. Again, we do see love here. You literally have this love card at the end, and you have the Four of Wands at the bottom of this deck. But I think you have to get out of your head and not like assume that this person is like the past people. Again, I don't even feel necessarily love this week. I think that this could be coming in between like this year. So it could be something that takes, could show up now, could show up at the end of the year. I'm not sure. It just feels like a very broad time frame, right? That new love could show up for you. I feel like part of it has to do with your healing. So make sure you're healing your heart. You have this bat spirit says, what does it say? A rebirth is assured. There you go. There is clearly a rebirth coming in for you, or something new coming in for you as well. I also feel like you have to see through something. Those are the words that are popping into my head. Like, don't just, like I keep telling people, like, I don't think we should trust anything right now, right? There's a saying from, I think it was Reagan who said it, right? And again, not political. I'm sure someone's going to take it there. No, I don't support any president. Okay, like, get it through your thick skull. But what I would say is that he said, trust but verify, right? And I think if there was a quote to follow for like the next 20 years, it would be trust but verify. Don't accept things at face value. It's like, accept something into your life, whatever it is, but prove to yourself, get the evidence, right? We need to get evidence on basically everything we're doing. I've been saying for months, follow the evidence. I say that all the time in readings, right? I also say that you have to look for the evidence. The evidence isn't just going to smack you in your face, right? You have to do the research. So again, I think any situation, love, business, or otherwise, doesn't matter, health, it says, trust the evidence. How do we do that? People are always like, how do you trust the evidence? I'm like, well, again, if I need to smack you in the head with it, justice card, right? Cause and effect. Put energy into something. If you get energy back, that's a great place to start. Also, doing your research, just like looking into things. Don't just accept anything into your life. If like your cousin comes to you and is like, oh, I have this investment, it's going to make you $1 million tomorrow. Bad idea, right? Especially if your cousin doesn't know what he's talking about, right? So do your research. Don't just accept things into your life, because again, these like sparkly little things like that, could get you in trouble, especially over the next 20 years. Again, slow and steady wins the race. I know it doesn't sound sexy, and trust me, I come from the marketing world where it's like everything is like, oh, you're going to make $1 million tomorrow, right? So, but again, not for the next 20 years, right? You have the Two of Wands, the Knight of Wands, or King of Wands, sorry, and the King of Cups. The Two of Wands encourages you to take the lead. Again, I feel like everything is about leadership. I said this in the yearly readings. I was talking about how Pluto in Aquarius, it is, everybody was always saying, like, Chris, Pluto in Aquarius is the collective. I'm like, yes, but we have to look at astrology and look at the opposite as well. we can't just, working with the energy doesn't mean just focusing on the collective and just focusing on humanitarian efforts and things like that, which Aquarius will definitely bring about. But we also, there's going to be the opposite side, which is like the need to focus on us becoming more individual. So what I would say here is that the individual is actually going to be more important over the next 20 years than the collective. Again, that doesn't mean the collective is not important. What it means is if you want to help the collective and work with the Aquarius energy, you have to work on yourself as an individual. Three of Swords, forgiveness, healing the heart, healing yourself. As I tell everybody, you have to be an inspiration to other people. That means doing things you've never done before, not running away from things that you're afraid of. We're not talking about like monsters here. We're talking about, taking risks to grow, to take the lead in some area of your life. It literally is standing where he has always been. This is the card of leaving a comfort zone. So, if you do this, then you're working with the energy. It's going to make your life a lot easier. And trust me, you want your life to be easier over the next few years, right? So you have the King of Wands here, being bold, being assertive, really going for what you want, really going and getting what you want as well. So again, more stuff on that. I do feel there could be a water sign or a fire sign coming in for you. Take it how it resonates if you want love. Could be a fixed sign as well. Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo. Could also be a Capricorn as well, is popping into my head. But again, take it how it resonates. So I do feel this could be a person who's attracted to you. You might have two people, I feel, for some of you who are attracted to here. Because, you even have the Ten of Cups, which is like a card of dating. It is my card of dating if you don't already have someone. If you already have someone, it's just an amazing card for the relationship that you're in right now. But, again, for any of you that like are dating or want to meet people, it looks like there could be people coming in for you. Let's see here. With the 2 wands, you have the Star. Literally the card of inspiration. Aquarius, Pluto and Aquarius. This card doesn't represent Pluto and Aquarius, but again, Aquarius. So this card wants you to be an inspiration. I definitely felt that energy for you here. Again, you have this hidden gem card, so it really tells me that there's like something inside of you that has been built through pressure or has been built through difficulties and challenges, right? I always tell people always tell me, like, leave me comments, like these sob stories about how difficult their life was. I'm like, get something for it, right? One of my favorite people of all time, Eric Thomas, hip-hop preacher, he says, at the end of pain is success. There is gold in what you have been through. Write a book about it, which would inspire other people. Then you're working with the energy. Then you're going to get benefits and more from whatever it is. Start a YouTube channel talking about it, helping people deal with whatever you went through, right? And doing these things is going to make you very, very successful. You can't make this stuff up, Virgo. With the King of Wands, you have the Justice card. Again, focus on justice. I do feel like some of you could be getting justice, by the way, or if you're dealing with like a legal matter or divorce specifically, it looks to me like things are kind of maybe going in your favor. But again, like I said, justice, cause and effect, focus on that. With the King of Cups, you have the Nine of Cups. Wishes, wish fulfillment, good things coming in for you. I would just focus on a wish. I do also feel there could be a new person coming in for you. If you look right here, Page of Pentacles, new person. It's like you're worried about it, but really this person's a wish and will probably change your life with the Wheel of Fortune. So there you go, Virgo. Next, you have this card that says, spend less time worrying about your appearance. You are enough. Marissa Pierce, right? Say, you are enough. I have little Post-its all over the place that say, you are enough all over. So say it to yourself. You have this patience card. It says, it will require you to have faith while you're shown the way. The universe will give you what your soul needs in the perfect time. So there you go. I feel like you're on this path. Maybe you've been patient. Again, 4 Cups, a lot of disappointing energy. And sometimes I feel when we're on a path and we get the 4 Cups, it just says that you keep trying things, but maybe it just doesn't move you in the right direction. So it's like you're trying to break away from that, I feel. You have the 9 of Swords, the 4 of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is like some sort of turnaround happening for you. A lot of people have been getting the Wheel of Fortune recently, which is pretty interesting. We're in between eclipses. Leo King calls it fate train time or whatever he calls it. So I feel that it could be a time of fate, or there could be a lot of things that are happening could be connected to, fate or whatever you want to call it, or your destiny, right? So there might be some things that have happened, like breakups, separations, job loss, whatever, but maybe it's actually leading you in the right direction is kind of what this is saying to me. You even have the 4 of Pentacles. I do feel like we all need to be more flexible, especially the last eclipse we had. To me, I was saying, I literally did a video for every single sign on that eclipse because I just feel that that eclipse was kind of saying from then till April, which is going to be the next set of eclipses. I think we need to be super, super flexible. In anything that's not working, we need to be willing to try something else, basically. 4 Pentacles is sometimes like holding on too tightly to one way of doing things. So if you keep living the same story in your life, I feel like this is kind of like saying, you need to change your story. You need to try something different. It doesn't matter what the story could be in love. It could be in business. It could be anywhere. You have the 9 of Swords as well. 9 of Swords, again, I feel is like you kind of like overcoming your fears, overcoming some challenges or some things that you've been through. And it looks to me like you're trying to break away from this 9 of Swords energy. Although you do have the 9 of Swords twice. So let's see. With the 9 of Swords, you have the King of Cups. Yeah, like afraid that you're going to repeat something with a new person. I feel like you need to realize that a new person is a new person. I think your solution is clearly the Justice card. With the 4 of Pentacles, you have the 9 of Pentacles. Look at all these Pentacle cards as well. I feel your finances could be improving. And I would like, again, be smart with your finances. I think this is true for everyone. So I would just, keep an eye on your money, all that other good stuff. But definitely a card of independence and success coming in for you. More abundance as well. With the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Hangman here, finally moving forward. Again, Hangman, he puts himself in Hangman mode to gain enlightenment. He puts himself there on purpose, obviously. And he's gained enlightenment, but, again, another symbol of transformation, Virgo. A caterpillar, right? So clearly you are going through some sort of transformation that's probably going to lead to this wake-up call that we see in this last row. So in your last row, you have this love card. It says true love and fidelity. There clearly could be true love coming in for you if you want love. If you don't want love, I would say this is something that you will love, that you are working on. And even if you do want love, you don't get that. Star card is your North Star. It is the thing that guides you in life. It is the thing that makes you truly successful, or, that brings in success or brings you attention, whatever you want. And I feel if you're doing it by following your heart, which again is really the simple trick of the next 20 years, I think the other trick is to not listen to anyone. Again, trust but verify. It's like, including me. As I always say, people think I'm joking, but I'm dead serious. Don't even listen to me, right? Take in information, learn from as many people as you possibly can, but then put things into practice. Don't just blindly follow, and find out what works for you. That is the trick, especially when we have Neptune moving into Aries, which is like gurus, like bad gurus and cults and things like that. I think people might be looking for like a savior at that time, but the whole point of Pluto and Aquarius is really, even though it has to do with the collective, again, the whole point is that we have to save ourselves, right? So, I kind of like said in a video a couple weeks ago that it's like, if you're on an airplane, and what do they say, right? That you have to put the oxygen on yourself first, then you can help other people. And that's kind of how I look at the next 20 years, is that we have to, once you save your own ass, then you can save everybody else, right? That's what I'd be doing. You have the Judgment card, 10 of Cups, and the 4 of Swords. With the Judgment card here, I feel like some of you could be waking up and also having kind of some sort of wake-up call. I do feel like a person could be waking up to you, or it could be you waking up to a person. So you might have a person that you know, and maybe you're just waking up to them as a potential partner. Maybe they're waking up to you as a potential partner, so kind of strikes me as that as well. But I also feel that you're just going through a transformation. It's like you're clearly on to like a new stage. You have the 10 of Cups as well. 10 of Cups is fortune after difficulty, good things coming in for you after a difficult period of time, so big improvements. I do feel like this is a little bit future focused. It looks to me like, it's kind of interesting that I feel like the 10s lately have been more like living, breathing type of cards, right? As in, it's almost as if people are very focused, which I don't think is a bad thing. I think it's a good thing. I think people are focused on like kind of building and maintaining a 10 of Cups or a 10 of Pentacles, right? Which, could be like a family, and keeping the family together, keeping it happy and flowing and all that other stuff. Same thing with the 10 of Pentacles. You have the 4 of Swords. 4 of Swords is a recovery, so a lot of you could be going through a healing. Obviously, which we saw with the 3 of Swords. Also, the Star card is a card of healing. With the Judgment card, you have the 2 of Swords. Yep, doing something new. I mean, 2 of Swords is being resistant to having a new beginning, because she's sitting where she has always been normally on the 2 of Swords. She has a new island behind her. And as I always say, she just needs to go to that new island. So don't be afraid to start something new, to try something new. And with that, with the 10 of Cups, you have the Knight of Pentacles. Definitely time to get moving. Knight of Pentacles, he's not making any moves. He's just standing where he has always been, or he's standing where he is, but he has everything he needs. It's interesting as well that you have the Hangman to the Knight of Pentacles, because the Hangman, he's like put himself in Hangman mode so that he can learn, so that he can gain enlightenment, and the Knight of Pentacles represents knowledge and wisdom. He has those oak leaves on his helmet, which represent knowledge and wisdom, so he has everything he needs. He just needs to get started. With the 4 of Swords, here you go. You have the 4 of Wands. It was funny that I pointed that out earlier. It was at the bottom of the deck. Definitely could be meeting a person that you will marry in the future. On top of all that, I feel like that you could be committing to like a bigger goal, wish, dream, North Star type of situation here. We're going to look at 5 main themes now. You have this Club card. It says someone will try to make you do something against your will. I wouldn't do anything against your will, period. So especially right now. Again, no trusting in gurus, like I said. Trust but verify, like that whole thing. You have this Knot card. It says unsuccessful plans. 4 of Cups. I don't think your plans are unsuccessful. I think this is saying keep going. You have this Rat card. Someone working against you behind your back. Everybody has had a card like this. Again, Mars retrograde. So even though Mars actually won't be retrograde soon, what I would say here is it doesn't matter. I would just say no gossip, no fighting, no arguing until the end of March, somewhere around there. You have this Hat card. It says you will be playing a different role. Literally what that Judgment card is saying to me. It's like you're on to something new. I really feel for those of you in career, work, business, even if you're retired, you could be kind of like taking on a new role in life. And I feel like that's going to be very good for you. You have this Weeping Willow card that says family sorrow, and you have this Axe card that says forces working against you. Some of you could be having issues with family. I'm pretty sure this came up in one of your recent readings. Again, could be like divorce or separation, and you could be going through that. For others, I feel that this is saying like, obviously, avoid people who cause toxic problems, but it's not. This is much better than last week. It looks like you're kind of like getting out of the woods here, so I like that. But this looks really good, so thank you for being here, Virgo. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.